Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Dell. I have a very clear, specific message for somebody today regarding love. So that's what we're going to be focusing on in this reading. I believe you'll know it's for you within probably the first 60 seconds of this video. So if it's not for you, no worries. It's just not for you at this time. You can click out. Anyway, I just want to jump in. So if you need to do a grounding exercise or something, I invite you just to press pause and then just take a couple deep cleansing breaths throughout the whole body. There's this influx of light. Whoever I'm speaking to or speaking with is going through a period of separation right now. They are not with their counterpart, but it is a holy divine union. All right, this isn't twin flame. This isn't karmic. This isn't anything like that. This is, I'm getting like this divine union energy, this counterpart, this partnership. The crystals that wanted to come through today were the blue calcite, a clear quartz sphere, okay, and the rose quartz sphere. This one's pretty pale, so it might come, yeah, if I put it against my sweater. When I was holding these before coming on to record the video, I just got this pure acceptance, this purity around whatever this energy is that's coming through. And when I was getting called to do this video, I was like, this is the first time we've talked about this topic on the channel, you know, that I brought through messages around the topic on this channel. So I was like, I don't really know if I want to get involved. I'll just say it like that. But it's to say, like, there's a message with this. It's like there are so many aspects of life that are, I'm hearing the word altruistic. So of course, if you know me, I need to look that up. So let me just look that up real quick. But altruistic, having an unselfish concern for the well-being of others, characterized by selfless actions to help someone at a potential cost or without expecting personal gain, stemming from empathy and a desire to benefit others. Okay, so there's selflessness. If I said selfishness, I didn't mean to, I meant selflessness. And it's empathy driven. Okay, I don't really remember how that came up now. But yeah, I'm getting this. Oh, okay, thank you. I was getting you can't just cut out certain parts of life. Life flows around us in many different ways, and that's what I was getting. There's this like altruistic component to whatever's going on in your current circumstance right now. So whether you have found yourself over-giving or not, receiving enough for what you have been giving, if you feel like it's your turn to receive, or if you feel like it's your turn to compliment, or whatever it is, there's something that's saying like there's a groundedness and a balance to taking a step back and looking at the whole picture and not just cutting off certain aspects of life just because they're not... I'm hearing not alignment with self, but in a way that's like, sometimes, okay, the word alignment is used a lot lately where it's like it's not an alignment. And I catch myself doing this too, definitely, where I'm like, no, I don't want that. That's not in alignment with me. That's not in alignment with myself. Spirit's saying, okay, this is now a really good time to pause and actually ask, which self of you is it actually in alignment with? Which self of you is the alignment for? Is it the egoic self? Is it your soul self? Is it your true self? Who is it for? So it's asking you to be very, very clear about that moving forward and know what you want. Something came through the other day and said, what are you doing on purpose? So sometimes I think we just get into this autopilot of doing something where maybe we're unaware of, like, we're really advocating for something for ourselves to be in our life. But the way that this connects with a relationship I'm seeing is that there might have been a little bit too groundedness. And again, this is a space of no judgment. I'm just bringing through the message. And we're all human. You know, I mean, these are all human things that we do, that everybody does. But I'm seeing it's like somebody who has probably been taken advantage of a lot, whether this is you or your person, I'm not sure. There's this need to kind of let go of what you want, because it's not entirely what you want. I don't know if that's making any sense. The way I'm trying to say it is like, I keep wanting to turn the camera off and start over because I feel like I'm floundering a little bit, but I keep hearing Spirit say, don't turn that camera off, keep going. So that might be a message too. I just feel like if you have been really, really trying to learn from the past, and you're trying so hard to avoid being hurt from past mistakes, past partners, past relationships that just didn't work out and it didn't align with your highest good at the time, I think that there's some autopilot resurfacing, like autopilot action resurfacing, where you're like, I just want to get it perfect this time. I think that it's gotten messy, maybe, whoever I'm speaking with, whoever this person is about. And while it can be really tempting to scrap the whole thing and throw it away, I'm hearing a very clear message. Don't. I'm not talking about like abusive relationships or anything like that. No, that's not what this is. This is a divine partnership. If you're in a toxic relationship or toxic to you relationship or abusive part, you should leave, obviously. And I'm not here, I don't want to give relationship advice. That's why I'm very hesitant to talk about this topic on the channel, but here we are. And yeah, back to the one of the first points is like, it's just, you can't cut out certain aspects of life. Life is always constantly in flow all around us, and not all of it's pretty all the time. So whatever happened, this discord or something, I'm seeing a rope that was frayed. You know how ropes that are like kind of coiled or whatever? I was gonna say, I don't think I have a piece of anything to show you, but I'm seeing like there's been frays where it was weak, but there's still like a strong central core that's still there, that's still connected. And I'm seeing like, as that's hold on, like that cord represents true love, true powerful love. And that's what you actually bonded on. You didn't bond on a likeness. I actually think you're very, very different. You're probably like an opposites attract. I'm hearing someone say like, oh yeah, we couldn't be more further apart in our likes, our differences, our looks, everything. We're just very different. Age, I don't know. But I'm just seeing like the core of your relationship, the core of your connection is this pure love. And I'm just seeing this golden, very, very strong, never gonna break cord. So again, that's what I'm saying. This is a specific message. It's not going to resonate with everybody, and you'll know unmistakably if this is if this is for you. Around that, I'm seeing like all the frayed cords that have fallen apart, like that rope. It's like things that like just don't matter. I'm not trying to be insensitive, but I think that you know this too deep down. It's like they just don't matter. And again, it's like, what are you advocating so strongly for? Is it even for you? Is it even for yourself? Or is it from an egoic perspective? Is it for your egoic self? This could look like a bunch of things. You don't support me. You don't know how I feel. You don't show up for me. It could be a bunch of things. I don't know. But what I'm seeing is, it's like, I just feel like coming out of this time, especially if you've been feeling a little down about it, some of you, I'm getting, you were down and out, but now you're at peace, and you're wondering if the separation is the result of your peace. And I'm actually getting, there's no longer that egoic fire that you need to stoke by putting your time, effort, and attention into it, into something that isn't actually serving either of your highest and greatest goods. So to kind of translate that, or to define that, it's saying that, like, I just keep seeing like someone's like being poked or whatever, and it's like this person's actions, like the other person's actions, maybe were setting off this response or something. And I'm getting it was triggered to like a button that's still linked to the past by a very frayed wire that really wants to break. I'm getting it's just a matter of time before it severs, because it's like, it just hasn't been serving you. It's so outdated. The programming is so outdated. I think I made a reference to this on the channel too, where it's like, like the old version of you had a Windows 98 model, you know, computer, and the new version of you is whatever the latest technology is. It just, they're not compatible anymore. You're running on different software because you've learned, you've grown, you've adapted. There's new technology, there's new information, there's new material, and now this is where you're at. We can let the old computer go. I just heard Indiana Jones going, it belongs in a museum. So I feel like Indiana Jones has come through on this channel before, so it's coming back again now. But anyway, let's go into cards because it got really, really quiet. So I feel like that's like, as far as everything's concerned, the message is delivered right now. I do get this sense of recalibration occurring or whatever, and it's happening like within your core, like the core, very core essence of your heart. It's like that's finally coming out. It finally feels safe enough to be shown to yourself, to your spirit guides, to your angels who have always seen it, to your person eventually, and then to the world. Like you're meant to not keep this part of you to yourself. I feel clearing coming up with that, so excuse me. Sorry, it's like, it always is like a belch, not always, but it's like this surge of energy that just comes up and out to clear. Just going back real quick to the golden cord and the phrase on the outside. Again, these are like egoic things that like if you actually sat with it, you might have other people telling you, I'm hearing someone say like, girl, don't tolerate that from him, or something like that. But deep down you're like, maybe their actions didn't make sense, or their actions weren't admirable. I don't really, that's not the word. On paper, their actions didn't make sense, but there's this higher knowing, higher awareness of yourself where you just have a deeper compassion, knowing, and understanding for this person. And I'm getting that's the part you're paying attention to this time. I don't think you have had that in other instances, in other relationships. I think you can always feel compassion or like, oh, I wish them the best, but I can't be with them, or whatever it is. This is different. This is like, this is really total, pure acceptance of self and love. So, and I believe that it's possible this is happening too because you're feeling that for yourself. You're finally feeling this pure acceptance and alignment of your true self, who you truly are. There's no agenda. I think that's the main thing. I have full body chills as I'm saying this. There's no agenda anymore. Get someone who's kind of like, I don't really know what to do, because old me would have lashed out, been dramatic, maybe drank, maybe partied, maybe this or maybe that, maybe went to McDonald's. I don't know what it is. Those are just some examples coming through. I'm seeing someone shopping for jewelry. They would have said, fine, if they don't want to commit, I'm going to buy myself a ring or something like that. That I just saw like gold gemstone jewelry with emeralds and rubies or garnets or something. So it actually looks like estate jewelry, like vintage. But anyway, I don't know. that was just a clear vision that came through. So, and this time you're like, I don't know, it's weird. I don't feel any of that. I just feel like I'm going to go on with my life. I don't know. And that's not like I'm moving on and away from this person. I'm just going with the flow of my life, and I'm not purposefully staying away from them, purposely connecting with them, purposely it's just you are on purpose for yourself. You're not on autopilot anymore. I think there's just this quietness of like really coming back to mindfulness. You know how when we first learn something, we're extra attentive to the things that we are doing, and then we get to learn it, and it's usually after we've done something over and over again, we're kind of just are on autopilot and we go. There's such a significant reset happening at a soul level. I'm hearing it's being like directed, guided, ushered in by your higher self too. So that's interesting. I want to get into the cards now. So we're doing Tarot of the Divine. I'll link all these. Well, I won't link them. I'll just type what they are in the description box. Angel messages. And the White Light Oracle. So this deck always comes out when there's messages from the higher self. So I'm excited to see that today. I'm going to pull from that last. Let's get a couple of tarot messages, please. This isn't the first. It popped over in the deck while I was shuffling, but not. It didn't come out. So this is the Star. So there's healing and alignment there, true alignment. If it resonates for you to say your true north, like a compass, that's coming through quite strongly. There's a lot of love. I think you've got like a very special pet with you who's giving you a lot of love right now. Even if they're not like a lap dog or cat or something, it's like they notice you and they see you a lot and they give you a lot of love and affection that way. So I am hearing a phone go off in the other room, so if you can hear that and it's distracting, I'm sorry. However, I am getting that like you could be expecting a call or communication coming in from your person. This isn't a reading of what's going to happen, because I don't think you need to know. I feel like you're at peace with, I'm hearing that song, it'll be, it'll be, baby, just let it be. If it's meant to be, it'll be, baby, just let it be. So don't you ride with me, see where this thing goes. So yeah, I feel like you're just like the main blow up, whatever, if there was one, is over, like the emotional release, and it's just there's a settling and just like a rejuvenation moving. You could be doing something like self-help stuff that's helping you focus on yourself right now, but it's supportive. It's not evasive. It's actually supporting. It's not hindering your growth in any way. Okay. So the bottom of the deck is the Eight of Cups. I'm wondering if it would be helpful if you, I'm hearing, no, stay focused. So, I was going to say I can change the camera angle. The Eight of Cups is walking away, but I'm hearing walking towards a better tomorrow. So remember what comes after the Eight of Cups. If you're familiar with the tarot, it's the Nine of Cups. There's that happiness, emotional fulfillment, wish fulfillment. What you truly want is there, and and then after that's the Ten of Cups. So that's really, really important and special. Three cards coming out together: Judgment, Page of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. Yeah. So again, I think there was a decision made or a call made where you're like, all right, I need to find answers. I'm hearing. I do see offers of love on the way from your divine counterpart. It's like there's been a wake-up call in the relationship for the both of you, and now you're getting centered in who you are, what you know truly, and what you want. And I think it's calling in this offer of love. I think your energy is shifting. Oh my gosh, I'm like, there's the rope kind of image I was talking about too. See, where it's like the rope is being repaired through love. When you pour your heart into this, when you pour love into this, I'm also getting messages of balance and harmony too. And I'm getting the same image of like there's a pet with you who's really supportive and really helpful with you at this time. And I'm not getting, for some I'm getting, it could definitely be a cat, it could be a dog, it could be a goat, I'm hearing. It could be your pet rabbit. I just heard pet squirrel. It's like there's an animal with you who's like, I'm not even getting animal. I'm here, like it's like your loved one. You know what I mean? Who's with you. For some, it's a stuffed animal, like you have a support stuffed animal, like stuffed rabbit kind of thing you've had for a long time. Or it could also be a gift from this person. With the Page of Cups, I'm getting this very like childlike quality to it, where it's like blowing bubbles. And this is, I was hearing a song, but I'm hearing, no, it's not part of the reading, so I'm not gonna, unless it's important, I don't know, I'll just mention it in case it's free design, and it's called Bubbles. It's a very obscure song, so I'll link it below and add it to the Spotify playlist. But it's basically just this like happy like la da 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 da. It's kind of like jazz, but not. Even though there's like life kind of hits you with some hard stuff, sometimes you have to just like keep going, keep singing, keep whistling through it. That's how it's coming through. I'm hearing there's something on the other side. And now I'm getting Other Side by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. So if that's a song for you, could be. Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like whatever happened, it's meant to build something long lasting and a stable structure for you, for both of you. We also have the Page of Wands and the Eight of Coins. So I'm getting like where there was strife. Hello. Thank you. Where there was strife and worry, like it was all necessary to help you find out who you are. I'm hearing that girl from Brave go, I know who I am. So, and there's celebration and victory in knowing this, knowing exactly what you bring to the table, and you're helping to create it. Okay, I'm gonna say something. Again, this isn't not a judgment. This is a judgment-free zone. I'm getting some of you really recognize and realize where your actions in the past have really hurt yourself. And I'm talking about like how maybe complaining about the same thing over and over, maybe pointing out like you don't like that person, or this organization structure isn't for you and you just don't want to be part of it. I'm getting like there was a bit of attention seeking with that, because it was trying to almost act as like a poultice on an old wound of sorrow from the past, from long ago. And that's what I'm getting about this like autopilot kind of message, where in your head you might have thought like, I'm hearing Zombie, actually, that song. In your head, what's in your head? Zombie, zombie, zombie. And it's kind of like, it just talks about like how, like if we're not aware of why we are doing the things we are doing, it will continue to rule our life. It'll continue to take over our life. It will continue to jeopardize the relationships, the jobs, the patterns we're trying to set for ourselves that are healthy or whatever. And it's like someone saying like, oh, when I'm stressed, I really need a mocha latte or whatever. Nothing wrong with that. But it's, are you actually stopping to ask yourself that every time, like, what do I truly need? Or is this a way that you coped in the past? It's just, Spirit's asking you like all this stuff, knowing it is really, really going to help you. I'm hearing kind of, but not really, like I can't really hear it all the way. It's an ABBA song, I believe. Knowing Me, Knowing You. I don't know if it is an ABBA song, but I'm seeing ABBA and hearing Knowing Me, Knowing You. There's just a super strong message, wow, of getting in touch with yourself. And then we have the King of Wands. The King of Wands and the Ten of Cups. That's really, really significant and wonderful. This is definitely Phoenix energy, rising, Phoenix reborn. Becoming a master of your emotions, finding your North Star. But just look at these cards. Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, King of Wands, up from the Page of Wands. And then Page of Cups with Judgment, and then the Ace of Cups. And the greatest gift is this Eight of Coins. This is you getting out of this old structure, this old headspace. This is you prevailing. This is you going, it was really hard to get to where I am right now, but my God, it was so worth it. I'm hearing someone have a very honest discussion with themselves where they're like, a very honest revelation where they're like, I know now it was only me who was hurting myself, and the projection of my wounds onto other people in turn also hurt them and me. And I don't feel you feeling like you're not going to beat yourself up about that. You're going to honor and accept that this is a very human part of life, and it's a very human thing. And there's no reason to judge yourself for that. There is no reason. It's, okay, I learned, and I'm going to move on to tomorrow. I'm going to move on. I'm hearing Follow the Sun by the Beatles. A lot of music coming through in this reading so far. As I'm talking, I feel like a lot of clearing in the back of the heart chakra. So it's like past energies, past wounds, past hurting, self-betrayal. I'm also feeling, as well as the betrayal from others. But it takes a lot of courage to look at yourself in this way and to say like, hey, I got you, I support you, and I'm still here for you. And know what you've been through. I've been there. And I've got you. Thank you for moving forward together. Some more clearing, sorry. All of this transformation brings about a lot more improved communication, like a lot, between you and your partner. Again, yeah, it's just clear communication because you're more clear with yourself. There's unconditional love here as well. I have both of these crystals in all different shapes, and just it's interesting that they came through in the sphere, because there's no ending or beginning in a sphere, it just is. I was hearing a song, but it went just as quick as it came, so let's get an angel message for you guys. Hopefully this has resonated and made sense. If you're still watching, thank you so much. Archangel Raphael just reminding us to take a breath. So, yeah, I keep hearing that knowing me, knowing you song. So I'll have to see what that is. But I'll just add it to the playlist if you want to check it out. If I can remember to, for that one, I'll link a YouTube video so you can check it out if you don't have Spotify. Okay. So your angels want you to know today, take your power back, or take back your power, Archangel Raziel. Use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings in your life. And both Archangel Raziel. So, and spiritual understanding. I'm bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truths. So if you want to take a look at that, I'll show it one at a time. Take back your power. I'm hearing call attention to the things that haven't been working as well for you and not focusing. There we go. Okay. With these, sorry. With these messages, I'm getting like definitely if you've been feeling guided, or if you felt this was the end at one point, like, oh, this is the end, I don't see us getting back together or something like that. I think you were shown signs maybe as early as like the following day. I mean, something about noontime is coming through, but I'm hearing it's just like there's messages and symbols and synchronicities that you're seeing, angel numbers, things like that. Maybe letters or initials of the person, of your person, and it's just like letting you know, like there's more at play going on. I do feel like you're being guided. I feel like your spiritual team is very much like helping you move through this. Okay, the video cut out actually, so I'm thinking that whatever messages needed to be reached regarding the angel cards reached whoever it needed to, so we'll move on from that. And then I'm just going to pull a message from your higher self with the White Light Oracle And then we're going to read from the guidebook. So, beautiful Archon Barbello, Archon or Archon Barbello. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. 10. I love this deck. The imagery is super powerful, and I'm like, wow, every time I look at the cards. Getting like this alignment of self, of knowing, like, again, who your true self is, which is what I'm all about. My business and the channel's all about helping you come into true alignment with your true self, not another version like of who you are. So let's read from the book, and we'll close the reading out. Sorry if this was another long one. Okay, so Archon Barbello talks about your biology and gender are creative and powerful means for you to express your soul path. Sometimes you may feel limited by gender constraints or stereotypes, but your spirit can never be restricted or controlled. Embrace the journey of what it feels like to be you in your own body. There is much benefit and healing to be gained through an embrace of your life journey, including the deeper experience of the absolute freedom of your spirit. Okay. That's really beautiful. So this is a card of a divine mother too. I'm also getting a message not to ignore like masculine and feminine energy. So if you need more help with this, or this is something you want to research or do a deeper dive into, I highly recommend Alison Armstrong's work. If you want to, I will link her channel in the description box. She's just been so paramount in her research. She's been studying and researching men and consequently women for I think almost 40 years now. Like, she's been at it a very long time. She has several books out, and the first time I like came across her, I was like, well, a lot of this makes sense. So there might be something in there that will help you. I'm getting this, they're having me hold up the crystals again. I'm getting it's like there's something like an understanding how men think and how women think, and the difference between the neurology and like the endocrinology too. Again, you'll know if this message is for you or if it's not. It's but I'm just getting this, like, it's literally like biological sometimes, how we communicate and interact with each other. What compels us to do something versus what are we able to override in our head and actually choose consciously, aware with awareness and differently. So that way we're not repeating the same things over and over again, the same cycles, the same mistakes, the same, like, we've had this argument like 100 times now. It's just nothing's changing. And there's this element, like Spirit's asking you to bring an element of awareness in, like, right, what's actually at the core of this? What's instinctual? What is a compulsion? And to go from there. And it's not minimizing anything. It's not minimizing what you want or how you're feeling. It's just understanding the why behind it leads to way more revelations than you can possibly realize at this moment in time. And it brings harmony and it brings balance in, because you're both honoring and you're both able to honor how you show up for yourselves individually and then as pillars within your relationship. So if you're familiar with the work of Khalil Gibran, he wrote The Prophet, a very famous book. I believe that was published in 1923. It's amazing. He talks about relationships, and I can't remember if it was in marriage or love. I think it was in love, how two people are like the pillars, and so that way they can support like the roof over their head. And when they're like this all the time, and like there's this codependent thing going on, the roof's gonna crash one way or another. It's not stable. So it's first knowing where you are at in your own, like the embodiment of your own being, and then you're able to show up for each other in the way that you need to. With that, there's one last message coming through. I'm just going to be quiet a moment just so I can hear it. I heard take back your power, take back your time. I heard, and then show yourself you are mine, about yourself. That's what I'm hearing. So a lot of times we think like people belong to each other, but people don't belong to each other. So Spirit's saying like belong to yourself by being yourself, embodying yourself. We can only take true accountability for ourselves and our actions. Even if you're a caregiver, of course, it's your responsibility to look after another, a child or a elderly person, family member or something like that. But I'm getting like you can't control every single thing that they do. You know what I mean? But you can encourage, you can nurture, you can nourish. And there's a different approach and a different set of results and circumstances that come with that. So that's all. I feel like this was a doozy, and hopefully reached whoever it needed to. So thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it to the end of the video. Please do like the channel and subscribe. It helps it grow, and it lets me know that this resonated, and I hope to see you at another video. Bye.